Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Good evening, everyone. Okay. Today, last week we talked about different type of craving, right? Different level of craving. Sensory craving. We have a craving for sensual pleasures, right? So if you can control your craving, so that means you attain Nibbana. Another one is the craving for five material. Third one is craving for immaterial. So different level of craving. So if you can remove craving for sensual pleasures, then you attain is another different degree of Nibbana, right? Nibbana. The more you can control your craving, the more you are closer to Nibbana. So in the first sermon, the Buddha explained Nibbana by using the word dukkha nidora, cessation of craving. In one sutta, in Alakatupama Sutta, the Buddha talked about importance of removing craving. So in the Buddha said that bhikkhus, the Dhamma is similar to a raft, being for the purpose of crossing over, not for the purpose of grasping. Even the Dhamma, the Buddha said not to attach to that, right? Even the Dhamma. So the Dhamma is to practice, to overcome suffering, right? To overcome suffering, not something to attach. When we talk about teachings of the Buddha, right? Normally, when we talk about teachings of the Buddha, we have a attachment to that. You have attachment to Buddhism, right? Buddhism. It's not what the Buddha wanted. So therefore, when somebody condemns or criticizes Buddha Dhamma Sangha, so if you are angry, so that means you have attachment to Buddha Dhamma Sangha. Because of attachment, you are angry. Even somebody criticizes the Buddha, the Dhamma, and the Sangha without any anger, so you can respond their criticism. So their condemnation, right? Their condemnation. That's the purpose of the Buddha. So even the Dhamma, teachings of the Buddha, so the Buddha say, the Dhamma is just like a raft, not to have attachment. They say, of course, it's not easy, but something, actually normally most religion, they trying to demand, have a strong attachment to their text, right? To their text and to their God. So here the Buddha says even the Dhamma, let alone the Buddha and the Sangha, no attachment, right? Understanding so, you should abandon even craving to the Dhamma. It doesn't mean you have to abandon the Dhamma. No, you have to abandon craving to the Dhamma, right? That's very important. So therefore, in the first sutta in Digha Nikaya, in Brahmajala Sutta, the Buddha have given the guideline to his followers. If somebody prays Buddha Dhamma Sangha, so we not to have any craving, any lobha to their praise. So if we have a lobha in our mind is not clean, not purified, so therefore not pure. So therefore, with the attachment, right? So we will not know what they say is right or wrong. So without any craving, any lobha, then we have to say that what he or she says is right or wrong. But when somebody criticize and condemn Buddha Dhamma Sangha without any dosa, so we have to respond their criticism or their condemnation, their accusation, right? So that's a very beautiful guidelines given by the Buddha. So here also you can see that, right? Even to the Dhamma, even to Buddhism, no attachment, no craving. That's very important. The teachings of the Buddha is like a raft to cross over dangerous place, right? If you is the purpose of crossing over. The Dhamma is the purpose to overcome our suffering, our problem, not to have attachment, right? How much more so things contrary to the Dhamma? Even the Dhamma, the Buddha say not to attach, let alone other things, right? So that's a very beautiful teachings of the Buddha. So here, cessation of suffering, that's Nibbana. And the Buddha explained, what is cessation of suffering? It is reminder fading away, or complete cessation of three types of craving, right? Three types of craving. So therefore, craving, we already talked about this. So if you can destroy three types of craving, you will experience the bliss. You will experience happiness in your life, right? That's Nibbana. Now I want to distinguish two usage, desire and craving. That's very, how to say, if you cannot distinguish, really confusing, because the Wapula Rahula translate tanha as a desire. So the first noble truth, suffering, right? The original suffering, he said desire. In his book, What the Buddha Taught, is a well-known, is a famous book. So he used the word desire. And also many Westerners, especially many Westerners, they also translate the word tanha as a desire. It's not correct. It's not correct. So therefore, I quote the writing of Venerable Gunaratana, in his article, Significance of the Four Noble Truths. The collected we publication is very, it is a famous collection of articles, especially in academic field. Those who want to become a teacher, you should have collected we publications, because you can find a lot of articles, important articles, because the articles by competent scholars. So there are a lot of volume, maybe more than 20. There are a lot of volumes. Now when I go to Sri Lanka, I bought all because I can find a lot of things there, right? So not in normal writing, the writing of the scholars. So here, I think Gunaratana, V.E. Gunaratana, I think is a Bandeji from US, Bandeji Gunaratana, meditation master. So he said the difference between desire and craving. So the Vatana is often inadequately rendered as a desire. But the word desire hardly conveys all that is connected, right? Connected by the Pali word Tana. Like Wabularahula, he translates as a desire. So as I read his book, what the Buddha taught, wow, actually it's not, it's very dangerous. Because most Westerners, they read what the Buddha taught, because it is a early, it's a written in early time, meaning early 20th century. So therefore, Westerners, they look at translation of Wabularahula. So therefore, they have a lot of questions. Of course, desire is important. Sometimes we have a good desire, right? So here, Pandey Gunaratana said that the word desire, people translate Tana as a desire, is hardly conveyed, or that is connected by the Pali word Tana. So the word desire can sometimes refer to some very laudable human inclination, such as the yearning to be good or to serve mankind. So you want to become, you have a desire to become a good person. You have a desire to do volunteer job, Mangala Vihara, like that. Yearning for good, right? Or to serve mankind. That's a desire, right? That's a desire. But in the Pali word, Tana, there is always present the element of selfishness. The element of selfishness. So the word craving is the best rendering of Tana. Bhikkhu Bodhi follow, Bhikkhu Bodhi translate craving. Craving. So when you see the word desire, it's a little bit dangerous. So I think we should go to, so that means here, we shouldn't translate the word craving, the word Tana, as a desire. It's better to translate as a craving. So therefore, when we look at the Abhidhamma, Chanda, and Lobha, so they are two different mental factors, right? Mental functions. According to Abhidhamma, Chanda is desire, is the desire to do something good or bad. It can be good, it can be bad. A positive desire does not have the element of grasping, the element of clinging the object. You have a desire to serve Mangala. If your desire is positive, there's no element of grasping for status, possession, no grasping for fame, or acknowledgement. No, you don't have it. So you just have a desire to serve students here, to serve devotee here. That's all, right? No element of grasping, clinging. So therefore, but of course, a bad desire, you have a desire to serve Mangala Vihara because you have the element of grasping, acknowledgement or recognition, and also you are expecting sense possession here, right? So here, desire can be good and bad, according to Bidama. So therefore, the word chanda, desire, associate with the good and bad chaita and chaitasikas, right? So therefore, it's important to understand. But regarding with the lobha or tanha, lobha, greed, tanha, craving. It's a craving mind with the element of grasping an object. It cannot let go the object. It cannot let go the object. There's no letting go when you have a craving or lobha, greed. It is always negative. You may crave for meditative bliss, craving for meditative bliss. The element of grasping the bliss, right? You have a craving for food. The element of grasping, you like it, you like that taste. You have a desire to eat the food because you are hungry, right? You are hungry. After eating the food, you don't care whether it's a good taste or bad taste. You just want to fill your stomach, that's all, right? There's no element of grasping the food or taste. That's the difference between chanda and lobha, and chanda and tanha. So when we learn Abhidhamma, it's quite clear, right? So chanda is desire. It can be good, it can be bad. A good desire does not have any element of grasping the object. You just have a desire, right? There's a difference. Okay? Any question up to now? No question. Okay. So here, now we already talk about Nibbana based on the first sermon, cessation of suffering. Dukkha Nirodha. It's very beautiful terms because people like cessation of suffering, right? People do not like suffering. The Buddha say, your suffering can be ceased or stopped. They like it. But here, follow explanation, you need to remove 3 types of craving. Because people like to crave for something or grasping, right? They cannot let go. So therefore, the Buddha start with the word dukkha nirodha without saying craving. So the Buddha say, if you want to stop your suffering, you need to stop your craving, right? So now, before I explain a little bit detail, I want to explain the nature of Nibbana. Nibbutta Sutta in Gautra Nikaya. One of the Brahmin asked the question, Bande, you always say Nibbana is directly visible. Directly visible. You can see Nibbana, you can experience Nibbana in this very life. You're always saying that. Sandaitika, right? Sandaitika Nibbana. Sandaitika Nibbana. What is Nibbana? Directly visible. And the Buddha explained this. Very simple one. Very simple one. Brahmin, when excited by lust, raga. So here the word raga and the word dana and the word lobha. So they have a similar meaning. Similar meaning. When excited by lust, raga, when full of hatred, dosa, one who is deluded, moha, overcome by lust, hatred, delusion, with the mind obsessed by lobha, moha. Lobha, moha. So here you can see, right? Lobha, moha, lust, raga, hatred, delusion. When somebody is obsessed by lobha, moha, intends for his own affliction, for the affliction of others, or for the affliction of both. And he experiences mental suffering and dejection. Mental suffering and dejection. Dukkha domanassa. When you are greedy, you cling to, you grab something, right? So some people, maybe I will give you an example. You have 5 brothers and sisters. 5 brothers and sisters, suppose. 5. In earlier time, right? 5. Nowadays, 2, only 2, right? Suppose 2 brothers and sisters. So when their parent die, and one is greedy, want to get more, right? Want to get more. He trying to use, how to say, he trying to use an ethical way, to get more benefit, right? Then later this sister is not happy. Sister is not happy. Then he hire a lawyer, then claim, to have a half of the property. I don't know the law. Sorry, just example. Then when they go to the court, then both of them are not happy, right? Not happy. And the name, tarnished. So when you look at the greedy mind, lobha, because of that lobha, then both of them are not happy. Even they don't want to, they don't want to associate one another, right? That's because of lobha. Then sister is very angry, then she may say unpleasant speeches like that, right? So when the brother here encounter with such a hate speech, then he may not be happy, right? That means lobha, dosa, moha. So those lobha and dosa motivated by delusion, not knowing. Greedy mind is not good, like that. So when somebody is upset by lobha, dosa, moha, then he will trying to do his own afflictions. Earlier he may not know, taking advantage, right? Advantage. Good for him. Because of delusion, he doesn't know, right? Then after pursuing laws, right? Then pursuing code, I don't know, law, right? Then there will be a lot of quarrel, a lot of fighting, Then it is their own affliction and the affliction of others, and also for the affliction of both. So therefore, he experiences mental suffering and dejection. Mental suffering and dejection because of his lobha and dosa, right? Lobha, dosa, moha. So therefore, but when lust, hatred, and delusion are abundant, he does not intend for his own affliction, for the affliction of others, for the affliction of both. He does not experience mental suffering and dejection. Two brothers and sisters, they have a lot of understanding, a lot of compassion, loving kindness. So they look at their own well-being, for well-being of both. Then they agree to settle the dispute, right? So that means they don't have a lobha, dosa, moha. Because of that, they are not creating any problem, any suffering in their life. It is in this way that Nibbana is directly visible. Nibbana is directly visible. You don't have a suffering in your mind. Here, mental suffering. You don't have a mental suffering in your mind. Because the moment you are going to divide the property, right? No lobha, no dosa, no moha. With a full understanding, sympathy, compassion, and love, they settle, they divide the property equally or reasonably. So because of that, there's no mental suffering here, no mental suffering, no dejection in their mind. That's Nibbana. That's Nibbana. Nibbana is dukkha nidodha, cessation of suffering. That's very important. Two types of suffering: mental suffering and physical suffering. But in this case, it indicates mental suffering. When you don't have lobha, dosa, moha, no mental suffering, right? No mental suffering. But here, physical suffering can be seized only the Buddha and Arahant. We call it khanda prinibbana, cessation of physical suffering, right? Even Arahant and the Buddha, so since they have a physical body, they will still have a physical suffering, right? So based on physical suffering, there's no mental one, no mental suffering in their mind. So here, it is in this way that Nibbana is entirely visible. So that means, even though you encounter difficulty in your life, if you don't have mental suffering, that's Nibbana, cessation of suffering. This sutta talk about this. So therefore, in one sutta, the Buddha say, Tathengane Buddha, momentary Nibbana, right? Somebody criticize you, you don't feel anything, you're not angry, right? Even though that person criticize you, your mind is at peace. You experience momentary Nibbana. You don't have a dosa at that particular moment, right? No dosa, no mental suffering, no dejection in your mind. You're peaceful. So that peace is called Nibbana. Momentary Nibbana, right? Momentary Nibbana. Then the Buddha say, when Brahmin, one experiences the remainder distraction of lust, the remainder distraction of hatred, and the remainder distraction of delusion, no more lobha, dosa, moha. It talk about Arahant and the Buddha. Talk about Arahant and the Buddha. Total, 100% distraction of lobha, dosa, moha. It is in this way, too, that Nibbana is directly visible, immediate me, apasiko, right? Inviting one to come and see, opaneyiko. applicable or panayiko, to be personally experienced by the wise. Pachata Vedita Vinyuhi is six quality of the Dhamma, right? Six quality of the Dhamma. So when somebody overcome Lobha Dosa Moha 100%, then that will be Nibbana, right? That will be Nibbana. Of course, 100% Nibbana, 100% Nibbana. At the Buddha, at the age of 35, under the body tree, right? The Buddha experienced cessation of all mental suffering because all his defilements are extinguished. Prinabhayati, extinguished. Right? Kilesa Prinabhana. At the age of 80, the Buddha passes away. That means there's no more five aggregate in future, right? There's no more life. Therefore, Khanda Prinabhana, extinguishment of five aggregate. No more aggregate, right? Okay. I think when you learn this Sutta, you also understand what is Nibbana, right? What is Nibbana? Nibbana can be experienced in this life, right? In this life. Anytime. When you do not have Lobha Dosa Moha in your mind, that's Nibbana, the bliss of Nibbana, right? The bliss of Nibbana. Some people say that, even one scholar, a famous scholar nowadays, said that Nibbana is a state of mind. He used the word state of mind. No, Nibbana is not a mind. Nibbana is not a state of mind. Before I came here, I looked at one website which explains Nibbana. Very beautiful, but it also indicates, maybe I didn't slip of the term, or I don't know, also Nibbana, they refer Nibbana as a state of mind. No, Nibbana is not a state of mind. Nibbana is a state that you can experience with the mind free from defilements. When you don't have Lobha Dosa Moha in your mind, you can experience the bliss of Nibbana. The bliss of Nibbana. Nibbana is not a mind, not a state of mind. It is a state that you can experience with the purified mind. Pure, the purity from defilements, right? Defilement. That's very important to understand. If you say state of mind, that means Nibbana is conditioned, Sankata. Actually, Nibbana is unconditioned, Asankata, right? Asankata. Then, I want to quote one more sutta, one simple one I quite often explain, when I talk about Nibbana. So, a question raised by one of the Vandara, Jambukkaraka. So the commentary said that Jambukkaraka is a niece of Venerable Sariputta. Venerable Sariputta have a lot of relatives. He must came down from a very rich Brahmin family. He has a lot of relatives. Vandara Jambukkaraka asked the question, friend Sariputta, it is said, Nibbana, Nibbana. What now is Nibbana? What is Nibbana? What is Nibbana? So very simple answer. The destruction of lust, raga. The destruction of hatred. Destruction of delusion. This, friend, is called Nibbana. Very simple, right? If you can destroy your Lobha Dosa Moha, that's Nibbana. That's Nibbana. Even though you see pleasant things, even though you encounter, experiencing pleasant things in your life, you don't have Lobha. Even many people favor you as no Lobha. Even though you are popular, famous, no attachment to that. Right? That you destroy Lobha or lust. So when you encounter unpleasant thing in your life, when you are unlucky, when you are facing a lot of difficulty in your life, no dosa, no dosa, no hatred, no anger, even no irritation. So when you don't have dosa, you experience the bliss of Nibbana. So those lobha and dosa arises because of delusion. When you are mindful, when you have a clear comprehension, so you don't have a lobha and dosa, right? So if you don't have lobha dosa moha in your mind, you experience the bliss of Nibbana, the bliss of Nibbana. So therefore, I explained last week, right? Last week, look at a Buddhist monk, right? Only a few clothes, not so many, only one color, one color, right? So because of that, regarding with the clothing, not a problem. There's no hesitation. There's no unhappiness. The Bande Sunita has so many robes, I have only 3, like that. No, actually, no mental suffering in my mind, right? Because no comparing, right? We don't compare with the one man and each other, like that, right? So therefore, regarding with the clothes, we trying to reduce the amount of lobha. No lobha, no mental suffering. That's it, Nibbana, right? That's it, Nibbana, momentary Nibbana. If you don't have lobha regarding with the clothes, then I don't have mental suffering. Mind suffering cease. Cessation of suffering, dukkha nidora, right? Dukkha nidora. Similarly with the food, same thing, right? People who have a lot of craving for food, when they don't get it, suffer. People who don't care about food, even they don't get it, nothing happen, right? Nothing happen. So therefore, the Buddha gave a very simple practice to go for Pinapada, to collect food, right? To collect food. When you get the food that is enough for you, no, do not go further, go back, eat, right? So therefore, the life for a monk, when you look at from the viewpoint of a lay person, really boring, nothing to enjoy, right? No excitement. But compared to lay people, they don't have a less mental suffering, right? Less mental suffering. Because we trying to reduce the amount of lobha dosa moha, right? In our practice. That's the reason why. So therefore here, Nibbana here means destruction of lobha dosa moha. If you can destroy lobha dosa moha to some extent, then you will attain Nibbana to some extent, like that, right? So that's the, later we'll talk about momentary Nibbana in later time. So this is a Nibbana. So here is another question. What is Arahant hold? Sainthood. Highest sainthood in Buddhism. Destruction of lust, destruction of hatred, destruction of delusion. This front is called arahantship. So normally arahant, we say destruction of taints, right? Taints, asava. But here, Venerable Sariputta used the word lobha dosa moha. Beautiful, simple, right? That's the reason why we are learning about lobha dosa moha. So lobha dosa moha are the origin of our unwholesome actions, unwholesome speech, unwholesome thinking, right? If you can reduce the amount of lobha dosa moha, we are closer to becoming an arahant, right? Becoming an arahant. So all the good deed in Buddhism, like a generosity giving, if you practice dana giving, the main purpose should be to reduce your lobha, right? You are observing sila, moral conduct, you are practicing moral conduct. The main purpose should be to reduce your lobha, dosa, moha. Practicing meditation to reduce lobha, dosa, moha, right? That's the aim. It's very simple, very simple. The more you can reduce your lobha, your dosa, your moha, the more you're closer to the bliss of Nibbana. Even you hear unpleasant speeches at the meeting, if you can control your mind, no dosa, then you have a peaceful mind, a tranquil mind, right? That peace, Nibbana. Because you don't have dosa, right? You have to practice by way of generosity, by way of moral conduct, by way of meditation, mental training. That's the purpose, right? So here, when somebody becomes arahami, he or she destroys lobha, dosa, moha. 100%, of course, 100%. Okay, any question up to now? I hope you understand the meaning of Nibbana. Very simple, But of course, easier said than done. It's not easy to practice. In theory, seem to be easy, right? Seem to be easy. So therefore, we always say that Nibbana is not somewhere to go. Nibbana is not somewhere to go. Nibbana is a state where you can obtain by removing lobha, dosa, moha. Right? Lobha, dosa, moha. So now let's talk about the definition of Nibbana. Oh, okay.
Thank you, Bhante. One question
Okay.
about the destruction of the three things.
Okay.
What about the desire for survival while practicing? For example, as a human, we need food, we need air, we need water. Without this, our body will go, right? But in order to practice, we need the body to be alive.
You're right.
So how do we reconcile this survival instinct in order to practice?
Survival instinct, yeah. One scientist, he used the word Cephid gene. Cephid gene. He used the word Cephid gene. Naturally, in our mind, we have a Cephid gene, survival instinct. Survival instinct. So here, of course, we must have a desire to survive, right? For our survival, we must try to be. So therefore, when Arahant and the Buddha, when they are hungry, they eat, right? For their survival. For their survival. As long as your survival does not harm other beings, okay, okay. Normally, those who are real practitioners, if their survival is harming other sentient beings, they were not trying. They were not trying. Of course, it's not really easy. It's not easy because then there's a one monk in Myanmar. So he never break Vinaya rules. And the doctor told him to eat the food afternoon because he need to take a medicine. So he refused because if he take the food afternoon, breaking the Vinaya rules, right? Breaking the Vinaya rules. And that's a if somebody have a selfish gene, they say selfish gene or survival instinct, they will not deny, right? They will eat the food because it's necessary for him to take a medicine. Without food, he cannot. So without eating any food, solid food afternoon, then he died. He died. And San monk, even they trying to refuse taking, how to say, taking medicine because they think that if you take a medicine, then some insect inside will die. Will die. That I think that's a, for me, I think it's a two extremes. Two extremes. Of course, it is a personal choice. Personal choice. The Buddha may not blame, such a case. It's a personal choice. Even we are taking medicine or applying medicine or doing operation, some insect inside may die. If we do not have volition to kill them, it's not a panadipada, right? It's not a panadipada. But some monks, so they consider, so if we are taking medicine or if we are receiving operation, then it's harming to an insect in their body. So that's, I think it's a little bit extreme, but anyway, it's a personal choice, right? Personal choice. So when sometime and in Titanic, right? Titanic is going to sink into the water, then the gentleman, the real gentleman, they refuse to take the boat, right? They die. So they're trying to remove their survival instinct, In other words, they trying to sacrifice for the sake of the women and children, right? Children. So that's the. So therefore, in those cases, so their decision is very brave, and also they are selfless, right? They don't have selfishness. But some men, they trying to take a boat, right? They pretend like a woman. They take a boat, and they cannot show they dare not to show their face throughout their life, right? So here, of course, everybody have survival instinct. For the Buddha, when they are hungry, they eat, right? When there's a accident, they're trying to avoid it, of course, right? Trying to avoid it. But if their survival is harming to other sentient beings, they will not do that. They will not do that, right? So therefore, it depends on our choice, choice. Especially in Mahayana tradition, they have one theory showing a story of tigress and the babies. tigress and babies. So the babies are hungry, and tigress also hungry. If there's no food, they all will die. And one man came and threw his body in front of them. He sacrificed his body for the food, for the small baby tigers and tigress, right? So that's a sacrifice. Sacrifice. So in Theravada, I think we will not agree 100% on those in those actions, right? One time, Dalai Lama was asked, when a stray dog is coming to you, what to do? What will you do? Dalai Lama said, I will try to prevent that stray dog, number one, If I cannot, I will run away. I think the way he do is very, very good, right? We were trying to, without harming the stray dog. So you are trying to stop it. Otherwise, you will run away. So Maya, they are full of compassion. Their teaching, especially, is they promote importance of compassion. Compassion. Surviving, right? In that case, right? They give birth is surviving. Okay, any question? Okay, no question. Then, well, now let's talk about the real definition of Nibbana. The real definition of Nibbana is very beautiful, very beautiful. So in the Pali Canon, so you will quite often found the word Nibbāyati, Pranibbāyati. Nibbāyati, Pranibbāyati. Especially in Theravada and Therigatas. Theravada and Therigatas. In Theravada and Therigatas, monks and nuns, so they talk about their life stories. And also their point of view regarding with their experiences. Nibbāyati, Pranibbāyati. So when you type in the Pali Canon, you will see this. Nibbāyati, Pranibbāyati. So these Nibbāyati, Pranibbāyati are the verb form of the one Nibbāna. So when you understand the definition of Nibbāyati and Pranibbāyati, you understand the one Nibbāna. Both Nibbāyati and Pranibbāyati simply means one attains Nibbāna. One attains Nibbāna. At the age of 35, the Buddha attains Nibbāna under the Bodhi tree. Under the Bodhi tree. Nibbāyati, Pranibbāyati. So usually Nibbāyati, Pranibbāyati, same, same. Mahaparinibbana Sutta, right? Mahaparinibbana Sutta. It's talk about the life of the Buddha. When the life of the Buddha, the moment, especially the moment when the Buddha attained Nibbana, Khanda Parinibbana, the last Nibbana, right? Khanda Parinibbana. Nibbāyati, Pranibbāyati literally means to extinguish fire. To extinguish, that's a literal meaning. To extinguish. The word extinguish is connected with the fire. Connected with the fire. To cease to burn. To cease to burn. Due to lack of fuel. When there is a fuel, there will be a lot of fire. Fire is still burning. Then normally we put fuels, fire is burning, right? If you no longer put any fuel, So, to cease to burn, to cease to burn. Or to go out to quench, to become cool, to become cool. So I like the last one, to become cool. Normally our mind is hot, right? With the fire. Sometimes when we are angry, our mind is not peaceful, not cool, right? Not cool. When we are greedy, our mind is not cool, not peaceful. If there's no anger, no greed, no delusion, cool here. Very cool, cool down. No? Beautiful, right? Beautiful. But here, Nibbana extinguish. Therefore, Nibbana literally means extinguishing. Extinguishing. Extinguishing fire. Later we'll talk about, I will quote some suttas that talk about fire simile. Extinguishing fire or quenching of all kinds of thirst. Normally we have a lot of thirst. We are thirsty in our mind. Thirsty for food, thirsty for fame, thirsty for recognition, a lot of things, right? A lot of things, a lot of thirst. We are thirsty in our mind. But when you attain Nibbana, all the thirst cease, quench, the quenching. In other words, craving. So here, thirst me, craving. So therefore, extinguishing. So when I talk about Nibbana, nowadays I give example of fire extinguisher. So here we have a fire extinguisher, right? When you want to know the definition of Nibbana, remember fire extinguisher. If there is a fire, you use that one to extinguish the fire, right? So fire extinguisher is Nibbana. So when you attain Nibbana, the fire in your mind extinguish. Normally I use that example. It's very easier to remember, right? In Singapore, you have a fire extinguisher everywhere, right? So therefore, if there's a fire, it's very hot, right? Very hot, not comfortable. But when you extinguish the fire, cool, right? It's cool, totally cool. No more hot, no more heat, right? No more heat. So that means even you encounter unpleasant thing in your life, even you encounter pleasant thing in your life, no attachment, no hatred in your mind. No hatred, no attachment, because you are mindful. You know the truth. Because you are you have a clear comprehension. So sati and sampajana are the opposite of moha. No moha, so therefore no lobha, no dosa. So when you don't have lobha, dosa, moha in your mind, even you encounter difficulty in your life, your mind is cool, peaceful. That's Nibbana. That's Nibbana. We call it partial Nibbana. Partial Nibbana. If you can extinguish lobha, dosa, moha, 25%, you become Sotapanna. 50%, Nuratana. 75%, Nuratana. Then 100%, Arahant. That's the best way to understand, right? The best way to understand. So therefore, when you want to know the definition of Nibbana, it's connected with the fire. Trying to see fire extinguisher. So when you experience Nibbana, the bliss of Nibbana, your mind is cool and peaceful because no fire, no heat in your mind, right? In your mind. So therefore, in English language, they have one proverb in English: to understand all, forgive all. If you understand people, you can forgive. If you can forgive, then you experience the bliss, peace, and right, peace and tranquility in your mind, right? No more heat in your mind, right? That's the definition of Nibbana. Nibbana means extinguishing. What do you extinguish? Fires in your mind. A lot of fire in your mind. This is a literal meaning of Nibbana according to Pali Canon. According to Pali Canon. That's very important. Later I will quote some suttas. Now, before I go to the suttas, I want to explain definition of Nibbana according to commentaries. Not taught by the Buddha. Taught by commentators. Nibbana is divided into two words, Nirvana. This is from Abhidhamma Sangha, comprehensive meaning of Abhidhamma. So Abhidhamma Sangha took from most of the commentaries. The commentary of Jataka, the commentary of Idiodaka, like that. So the definition is taken from commentaries. It's not a literal meaning of Nibbana according to suttas. It is called Nibbana because it is a departure from craving. Very beautiful, right? Very beautiful. Departure from craving, which is an entanglement, vana. Vana means entanglement. So it ties, an object that you see, that you hear, like that. So if you can depart from craving, you are closer to Nibbana. Departure from craving is of course, the meaning is in accordance with the first sermon, right? So in the first sermon, if you can remove three types of craving, that's Nibbana, right? That's Nibbana. But here is a departure from craving. Beautiful one. If you can depart from craving, then you experience the bliss of Nibbana. It's not a literal meaning, right? Not a literal meaning. But if you look at this one, it's a little bit difficult to understand, right? Because normally people have a lot of craving in their life. They crave for people, they crave for food, they crave for name, popularity, like that, right? People cannot let go their craving, right? Craving for life, like that. If you are explaining by using something they like, you will not like it. You will not like it, right? So therefore, it's better to explain by using fire simile. The best example, the best literal meaning of the word Nibbana, using fire simile, the best. Where we find simile in the Pali Canon, many places, many discourses. So here, Richard Combridge is a popular, well-known scholar, Buddhist scholar from England. He writes what the Buddha thought. Actually he liked what the Buddha taught, written by Wabula Rahula. He read and he liked it. But he want to give the name, taking example of what the Buddha taught. What the Buddha thought. Actually, it's a very good article in this book. And take it from his articles, from his book. most people know that Nibbana is a metaphor connected to fire. The word comes from the Sanskrit vave root, va, vami, to blow, with the prefix need. The basic meaning is cease to burn, to go up, like a flame, like a flame. In other words, it is extinguishing, right? Extinguishing. In the first sermon, Arita Priyaya Sutta, Samdanikaya, chapter 35, Sutta number 28. So the Buddha preached that our experience is on fire with the three fires. The fire of passion, raga. Bhikkhu body translate raga as a lust. Use the word passion. The fire of hatred, dosa. The fire of delusion, moha. Our experience is on fire with the three fires. Our aim must be for all of them to go up, to go up, to go out from fires, three fires, right? Sometimes in the Pali canon, so the first fire is called raga, sometimes lobha. But this variation is of no importance. Reference is the same. So therefore, I use the word lobha moha, right? Lobha moha. So there's a fire sermon in Samdanikaya, as well as in Vinaya Pitaka. Vinaya Pitaka. So there are 1,000 fire ascetics. So they tend the fire. Of course, they are practicing in order to remove their lobha moha. So they have a series of practices. While they are living, if there is lobha in their mind, they will take a sand, put it one place. When they have a dosa in their mind, they will put a sand into one place. So they are a heap of sand. Because most of the time they have a lobha dosa more in their mind, right? So they are very mindful. They are practicing to remove defilement in their mind. When they have a lobha arise in their mind, they bring a piece, a sand from the riverbank and put it in one place. So it became, the heap is sand is very big, right? It became uruvela. So they are practicing to remove all these one. And people around that area, so they admire and also they pay veneration to them. And they make a lot of offering to them. And the Buddha knew that when the Buddha preached fire sermon, so they all became an arahant. So therefore the Buddha went to their place, especially the leader of fire ascetics, Uruvela Kassapa. So, of course, the Buddha need to perform a lot of miracles in order to in order to convince them, in order to not only convince, in order to get impression, got impression. So we have to perform a lot of miracles. Uruvela Kassapa always think that he is very powerful, But he is not a arahant like me. But he himself thinks he is an arahant. And you're thinking the Buddha is powerful, but not an arahant like me. So later the Buddha trying to told him, he know his thinking. Then only Uruvela Kasaba is convinced and he listened to the teachings of the Buddha. Then they became Sotapanna. They ordained as a Buddhist monk. Then at the full moon day, the Buddha preached the fire sermon, Arita Priyaya Sutta, fire sermon. After listening fire sermon, and they all became an arahant. So it is regarded as the third sermon. The first sermon is Dhammacakka Bodhana Sutta. Second one is Ananda Lakkhana Sutta. Third one is this one, Arita Priya Sutta. So here we study what is the first sermon, the fire sermon. Arita Priya Sutta, fire sermon discourse, sometimes referred to simply as Arita Sutta, burning or fire. It's popularly known as the fire sermon. Several months after his enlightenment, the Buddha delivers this sermon to an audience of 1,000 fire worshipping ascetics. Pali we call it Chatila. They worship and they tend the fire. So when cold time, in the cold season, they dive into the water, which is very cold. In the hot season, they tend the fire, they stay near the fire. Because by trying to put in hot, then they think that no defilement can arise. In the hot season, they stay near the fire, so that with the help of heat fire, their mind does not have a lobha dosa moha. So in the cold time, cold season, they dive into the water, it was very cold. By experiencing such a austerity practices, they're trying to remove their defilements. Actually, their mind is very pure, but they are following austerity, self-modification practices. They are trying to torture their body. So it is the wrong one extreme, right? So therefore, the Buddha talk about fire. In this sermon, the Buddha used a fire metaphor that quickly penetrate to the heart of the listener, because their practice is connected with the fire, right? So the Buddha used the word fire metaphor. So in this sermon, the Buddha preached how to attain liberation of the mind through detachment from sin species. Upon hearing the sermon, the entire audience attained enlightenment. So here we need to understand what are the fires. We have 11 fires according to this sutta. So the first one is fire of lust, ragaki. Raga aki, akimi fire. When we see something or somebody, and lust may arise, right? So therefore our eye is a burning with the lust. And the object, what we see also burning with the lust. Sometimes fire of hatred. When we see somebody or when we see something, hatred, we feel angry, right? So our eye, when we hear something, our ear burning with the hatred. And fire of delusion. When we see, when we hear, eye ear, nose, tongue, the body, right? Especially these are also the mind. So these are the three fire normally. The most important one, three fire. When we see something or somebody, our eye or the object we see may be burning with the lobha, dosa, moha. Actually, the Buddha gave the simile of fire. Simile of fire. The Buddha explained lobha, dosa, moha by using simile of fire, right? Simile of fire. Another one is if we have lobha, dosa, moha, we will have another path in the future life. You was born here, that's another type of fire. Then if you have a birth, you have aging, death, sorrow, lamentation, parideva, fire of pain, dukkha, fire of grief, domanassa, fire of despair, upayasa. These are the 11 fires, 11 fires. So the main fire is lobha, dosa, moha, right? Lobha, dosa, moha. So when you no longer have lobha, dosa, moha in this life, you will not have any attachment or craving to existence. No craving for existence, no more birth. There's no more birth, no more aging, no more death, no more sorrow, lamentation, pain, greed, despair. It will be the end of fire, right? The end of fire. But in the Sutta, these 11 are not stated as the 11 fires, but set commentary give the name as the 11 fires. 11 fires. The Buddha didn't say the 11 fire. The set commentary of this Sutta said that there are 11 fires. 11 fires. Mainly three fire, right? Lobha, dosa, moha. That's important. In another Sutta, so here in the Arita Priya Sutta, I talk about 11 fire based on eye, ear, nose, the tongue, the body, and also the mind, which is a counterpart of outside object, right? We call it sense species. So that means our sense species, our senses are burning with the fire. So if you can extinguish 11 fire, that's Nibbana. That's Nibbana, right? That will be Nibbana. Another Sutta is called Arita Sutta, chapter 22, Khanda Sanyutta. Khanda Sanyutta. So in this Sutta, the Buddha explained this fire simile using 5 aggregate. Your forms, your body is burning with the 11 fire. Your feeling, Vedana is burning. Your perception is burning. Your mental formation is burning. Your consciousness is burning. The Buddha used 5 aggregate when the Buddha talk about fire simile. So here, fire me, negative mental state, right? Negative mental state, lobha, dosa, moha. So if you can extinguish lobha, dosa, moha, that will be Nibbana. That will be Nibbana. Any question? No question. Okay. Then I will go to another. I will study another fire discourse, fire metaphor. And Vedana Sutta. This is one of the famous metaphor. And then you should also know that. Vedana Sanyota, chapter 35, Sutta number 7, Kilenya Sutta. Kilenya Sutta means the Buddha visit a sick ward, the place where the monks are staying, the sick monks are staying. The Buddha go there, the Buddha asks their conditions, and the Buddha asks whether they are feeling well or not, right? And the Buddha preached this sermon, fire metaphor. Just as bhikkhus, an oil lamp burns independent on the oil and the wick too, right? Oil and the wick. And with the extinguishment of the oil and the wick, it is extinguished through lack of fuel. Through lack of fuel. It is extinguished. Nibbāyeya. It's another bad form of the one Nibbāna. Extinguished through the lack of fire. So here, fire is burning because of oil, right? Sorry, my pronunciation is very bad. And the wick, right? Wick. So oil and the wick are the fuel. If there's no more oil, no more wick, there will be no burning, right? No fire. No fire. So the Buddha gives this example. If there's no fuel, no oil, and no wick, there will be no fire. No fire. Fire is burning. It is burning because of the fuel. No more fuel, no more burning, no more fire. Very clear, right? Very clear one. So too, bhikkhus, when a bhikkhu feels a feeling terminating with the body, he understands, I feel a feeling terminating with the body. So here, don't forget that the Buddha go and see the sick monk. They are feeling unwell, sick, right? Actually, their feeling may not be good, unpleasant feeling. Unpleasant feeling arises in the body, The Buddha is talking that. A feeling, another unpleasant feeling, terminating with the body, it will terminate. He understands, I feel a feeling terminating with the body. It can be pleasant feeling, unpleasant feeling, or neutral feeling, wherever, right? It terminates on the body. When he feels a feeling terminating with the life, he understands, I feel a feeling terminating with the life. So that means he is practicing continuous mindfulness and clear comprehension. Sati and Sampajana. Remember the story of Bhikkhuni Khema. If we understand based on her story, it's really striking, very striking. So Bhikkhuni Khema lying down on the hospital bed, right? Of course, it's a breast cancer. He may have a pain, unpleasant feeling. But what she do is just aware of what is happening in the body, right? Whether pleasant feeling, unpleasant feeling terminate in the body. Then she was mindful and have a full of clear comprehension. She knows what is happening in the body. The life energy moved back from her toe to the knee, to the thigh, right? She is mindful, full of mindfulness. Just know what is happening in the body. So because of mindfulness and clear comprehension, there's no fear in her mind. No fear in her mind. There's no identity view. no identity view, sakadati. Energy is moving from my body, identity view. So when you have such identity view, fear will come in, right? Energy, life energy is moving from my body. I'm going to die. Fear will come in, right? Fear will come in. Fear arises because of identity view, wrong view. Wrong view arises because of love, attachment to your body. This is my body, right? But right now, Bhikkhu Nikima is practicing mindfulness and clear comprehension. Just knowing what is happening right now. She does not have identity view at that particular moment. She does not have any fear of dying. She even does not have an idea whether I'm dying or not. No idea. Just mindfulness and clear comprehension arising at that particular moment, right? So then the doubter came in, the problematic doubter. If the doubter did not come in, here, a feeling terminating with the life. She can terminate her feeling, or pleasant or unpleasant feeling, with the life. Then she died without any attachment. Then she might become an arahant. She might become an arahant. Because she is mindful and clear comprehension. Sati and sampajana, right? No attachment, no identity view. Then she terminates her feeling with the life. Then probably she became non-returner, at least. Then most probably she might become an arahant. So I will replace he or she, You visualize Bhikkhu Nikema. She understands I feel a feeling terminating with the life. She understands with the breakup of the body following the exhaustion of life, or that is fat, or the feeling, not being delighted in, no delight, no attachment, no clinging, no craving, because you have only mindfulness and clear comprehension, right? Then now here, exhaustion like me, after he died, she became cool right there. She became cool right there. Siti Bhavesati. The word Siti is another name for Nibbana. All her defilements will be extinguished. So as she no longer have craving for existence at that particular moment, no more birth. So that means all her five aggregate will be extinguished, stop, cease. That will be Nibbana. So here, I like the word become cool, No more fire. No more fire. So here, cool Siti me, another name for Nibbana. Nibbana is very cool, right? Nibbana is very cool. When you experience the bliss of Nibbana, you have a cool feeling, peaceful feeling. So therefore, the Buddha said that bhikkhus, I think this one I will explain next week. So right now, any question, maybe, if you want? Okay, here. So therefore, we're talking about mindfulness. So if you are mindful, then fear cannot come in. Attachment cannot come in, right?
Bante, this example is very good. If you are a so-called a monk or a nun, because you are already in that stage. People like us, as normal people, you can be very cool lying on the bed, but the people around you, your wife, your children, your relative, they are not cool. They will cry and they will make a lot of noise even before you die.
Okay.
And that doesn't cool you off. It actually add fire. And because when we are dying, our ear is still hearing. Maybe that's the last part, I think so. And that might create a lot of craving and disturbing your coolness. And then you might not even able to reach nirvana, or you don't even return. Even let's say we practice very hard. But that last part is, we can instruct the family. But the last time when you're on the bed, you can't stop them because you can't do anything. So this is the only concern I have. If I die. Thank you.
That's a good. Very good. I think it's not a joke. It's not a joke, you know. So therefore, I always recommend. I always told the family members. One time I visit a hospital and the wife, she is chanting continuously. I told her not to do that because, like him, right? It will distract his mind. Huh? So we do occasionally, or maybe, how you say, occasional chanting, not all the time, right? Right? Intermittent, right? Intermittent chanting. That's important. Of course, when you have courage, you can tell your family to let you stay in a quiet environment, right? Quiet environment. That's important. That's important. Because the moment we are going to die, so therefore one of the meditation master from Myanmar, Panitarama, so he told his disciples not to use light supporting machine. Light supporting machine. He said he will practice vipassana, even he is suffering. So the disciple have to follow his advice. Like that, you can give a guideline to your family members. If I die, do not cry. Make my place quiet. That's a very important one. So if you can tell your family member to create a peaceful atmosphere, you can practice meditation. Of course, you can practice meditation. Any question? No question, right? Okay, so the main point here is later also we'll study the fire metaphor. There's just one sutta. Later we'll talk about another sutta as well. Okay, so let's call it a tea. Yo varatam pavaro manu Jesu sakyamuni bhagavakata kecho parakato bala viriya samangi tan sukatan saranathamupemi Raka viraka maninjama sokan Dhamma masangata mapatikulan Madura mimamba kunan suwipatan Dhamma mimamsaranatthamupemi Yatha cha te nama apalamahu Chatusu sisu purisa yugesu Attacha Pogala Dhammadasate Sangami Mansara Nattamupemi Satu, Satu, Satu. Good night, everyone.